Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. If you guys are just beginning as a freelance makeup artist, or if you guys have maybe been a makeup artist for a little bit and kind of just want to more so take your career more seriously, this is definitely the video that you want to tune into. This is giving you tips about how to build your freelance makeup artist kit. I know that a bunch of you guys have asked me about this, so that's why I wanted to make a whole entire video just dedicated to this. I want to make a few disclaimers before I begin here. Number one, all of these are my own personal opinion, so whatever I say is not necessarily the only way. Also, none of these tips are going in any certain order except for the very first one, which I feel like is probably the very best tip that I can possibly give you guys. So let me jump right into it here. If you guys don't take away anything else, please take away this. No matter what product suggestions that you have from other people or just things that you see on social media, do what works best for you. There's so many products out there that you can use in your freelance kit. There's so many brands of makeup. It's very overwhelming at times, and what works best for one person may not necessarily work best for another person. This is also the same thing with artists too. Whatever works best for one artist may not work best for another one. Everybody just works in a different way. So please personalize your kit to you and don't just use other people's suggestions and then think that's the only way to do it. I feel like all of us have probably binge watched freelance makeup artist kit videos on YouTube by now and every single thing that you can on makeup artist kit building, but please do what works best for you. I feel like there's this huge misconception when you first begin as a makeup artist that you have to have the best and the latest and the greatest makeup products out there and the most expensive, and that's completely false. A really good artist can make things from the Dollar Tree look like it's a high-end product. You don't have to have the best and most expensive products when you first start out as a makeup artist. Please keep in mind that the products that you use do not make you a better artist. It's yourself that makes you the artist. I feel like we all get really wrapped up in buying the best products and everything and just kind of wanting to find the best foundation, concealer, eyeshadow palette, whatever it is. There's a lot of brands and a lot of products and everything that keep releasing, and we just kind of strive to find the best of whatever it is. I feel like it's just like an unobtainable quest. This kind of leads me into the next thing, is that you should never overbuy. It's a very hard concept, especially still for me. And we just kind of keep getting caught up with this like buying cycle. We never quite use up what we had before, and then we just keep buying things. Pretty much we become like makeup hoarders, but then we make an excuse for ourselves. It's like, oh yeah, this is for my makeup kit, so I'm just gonna buy this. But you know it's for you. We really should learn to use up what we have before we try a new product. I don't honestly even want to know the thousands of dollars that I've probably wasted at this point in time doing this. Just try to not spend so much on things when you first begin. Also, please keep in mind that when you do first begin with makeup artistry, you're not going to have a ton of clients and you're not going to be going through that many products very quickly. So a lot of stuff is probably going to expire. The next tip I can give you guys is please only buy a certain number of foundation colors in the range. You don't need every single foundation color. Please just buy 4 to 6 foundation colors and 4 to 6 concealer colors, and you can just mix them in between. It'll kind of just gradually teach you how to work with less and also how to match skin tones more accurately, just kind of what colors make which undertones, if that makes sense. And eventually you'll get really good at matching skin tones and also working with less, which is also being less wasteful as well. So it's a win-win situation. The next suggestion I can make is use multitasking products. Again, you don't need every single product in the range, so just make sure you're kind of using the more universal kind of things in the range, if that makes sense. For instance, there's some primers that'll work generally with everybody, so I'd probably use maybe one silicone-based primer and then one luminizing primer or hydrating primer. The majority of the time you literally can mix and match things. Like, you don't necessarily have to use a mattifying foundation for somebody with oily skin. You can use a mattifying primer and then use more of a satin kind of finish foundation, and then you can set it really well with powder and it should stay all day. You don't necessarily need something for that specific skin type. Just use your artistry skills and your knowledge and kind of start adapting. This also leads me into my next tip that I want to go over, where you want to condense as much as possible. I've talked about this in numerous videos before, but condensing is so important. It will save your back, and it would also just in general save you time. If you have less products to work with, it's gonna prevent you from just shuffling around in your kit and trying to find things. Condensing also is more lightweight, obviously, so it'll save space in your kit and also won't break your back either. In case you, for some odd reason, like me, have had to drag your kit up 6 flights of stairs because the elevator was broken and you almost fell down the stairs yourself because you had like 5 different things going on, yeah, you want to condense as much as possible because lesson learned, it does not end well. I hate to break it to you, but you really do not need 6 neutral colored eyeshadow palettes. You just need to depot a bunch of things and put them into smaller containers. All of your glass bottles go into plastic containers, things like that. You can label them with a label maker, and all of your lipsticks can be depotted into little small palettes about yay big. I can link a depotting video up at the top here just so you guys can reference what I'm talking about. And just use your creativity and just organize your kit. As far as organization though, I do have a ton of things on my channel. Please check out my makeup artist kit playlist. It is right up here. I'll be linking it above. You guys can just zoom through that playlist. If you guys did want to specifically know how I organize my kit and what containers I use, I did recently make an Amazon favorites video that I will link up above, so you guys can check that out as well. I basically went over some storage ideas and just different containers that you can use to downsize. It's very helpful. They're all plastic containers and they're all very useful. So definitely check out that video if you guys have not already. And also, if you guys haven't checked out my full freelance makeup kit video, please check that out above as well. Again, that is also in the playlist too, but if you guys wanted separate links, then check up above. Sorry I rambled on with the last one, but my very last tip that I have to give you guys is please consider your clientele when you're building your kit. For instance, I'm a bridal makeup artist, so I don't need all these glitters or all these colorful neon eyeshadow palettes. I don't ever use that. I'm a neutral person. I do soft glam kind of makeup, natural glam, whatever you want to call it. And that's pretty much it. I don't do editorial work. I don't do film and television. So, I mean, I don't need all sorts of things going on. Just keep what you need or what you're specializing in your kit. Of course, you always want to have stuff as backups, but usually if people want something out of the ordinary, they'll tell you ahead of time. You don't need to bring every single thing in your kit. You can also ask people for reference photos before you even go to that job so you know what you're doing, if you know what I mean. I feel like people always want to be overly prepared, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you definitely want to be as prepared as you can for that specific job. So if you have to ask the client questions about their look or just specifics that you need to know ahead of time. So yeah, please pack what you absolutely need for the job that you're doing or what you specialize in. Anyways, that is about it. Sorry this was really quick and sweet, but I wanted to make sure that I got a video out for you guys and made it as helpful as possible. I know a bunch of people are beginner makeup artists and everybody keeps asking me about these things, so I just want to kind of reference it in an actual video instead of just kind of answering people one by one. So I just want to make sure that you guys all know a general knowledge of how to build your freelance makeup artist kit and just kind of tips that I've kind of learned along the way. So if you guys did find this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up for me, as well as also hitting that subscribe button down below. I do upload a ton of makeup artist related content on this channel, so if you guys are interested, definitely subscribe to the channel. As always, I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. All right, bye.